don't even know how you hating outside the club. You can't even get in.
Misery loves company. People who are really unhappy with themselves sometimes feel uncomfortable seeing someone else succeed, baby.
Your progress reminds them of what they are not doing.
Okay. They try to discourage you. They try to pick out all your flaws.
People want to see you succeed as long as you ain't doing better than them.
Someone's trying to take your place. Says more about their insecurities than your ability.
You want my spot flash? Well, you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. Hey, welcome to the Trigger Happy Hour where we take shots of the truth straight with no chase.
It's your host that do the most, Jaquana Darnisha. And get ready as we dive deep, laugh loud, and unpack triggers you've been dodging.
Buckle up, y'all, because healing ain't always pretty.
But it's always real.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl Darnisha, licensed mental health counselor, mommy of two. I like to give it to you straight with no chase, but sometimes I got to give it to you with a little bit of sugar on the rim. But either way it go, y'all already know. I'm going to give it to y'all 100 proof truth.
Hey, what's going on? I'm your boy, Daquan. I'm here for all the weather, bringing you the wind, the sun, the rain, and the storm, baby. But mostly, I like to just sprinkle a little sunshine to help you get through the day. And today's topic, we're getting into something that happens in the workplace, friendships, and even family. And baby, that is misery loves company. Okay.
Yes. And sometimes when people see you doing well, growing, stepping into opportunities, they don't always celebrate you. Sometimes they start competing with you. But before we get into it, we're going to get into our lovely disclaimer. Remember, this is not a substitution for therapy. We are just a sounding board. If for at any reason you feel the need to walk away from the episode, please feel free to do so. If you need professional help, please seek a mental health professional or contact 988 to speak with someone immediately. You can find a local therapist on Psychology Today or your local Google search.
So, you know how we typically do it. We're going to get into today's icebreaker. And which one should we do today?
How about a win is a win?
Ooh.
Where we just kind of identify our win for the week or the weekend or whatever, because we like to celebrate every type of victory around here, whether it's small, medium, or large. A win is a win. So, what was your win for the week?
I will say a win for me would have to be going out with my sister to celebrate her birthday on Saturday. I was able to do one day because she is 27. I can't hang with her. Listen.
11 o'clock.
Baby, when I tell you when I was at the little pre-spot before going to the actual night spot, I'm in there yawning.
After the show, it's the after party. Ain't no after party, bitch. Ain't no
Baby,
after party.
listen, got there around like 8:30, 8:30, 9 o'clock. She didn't get there till almost like 11 something. And then we would it was supposed to go to it's called Allure or something like that. And that was around 12 o'clock. I said, listen, I was here with you today. Got you. Okay. We did brunch.
Don't be inviting me to no 3-4 event extravaganza. Listen, and you probably can get two.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to have the itinerary for my birthdays. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm trying to prepare myself now.
That's okay if you got a nap in between time. This is the nap age, honey.
I know, and I need to learn how to invest in napping because I think once I get comfortable, I'm not going out.
But shout out to sis. So I hear that she's an Aries. She had her birthday was Saturday, so that would have been the 4th. And how do I know that? Because mine is exactly a week after that, and I'm an Aries. So shout out to all my Aries out there with y'all bossy selves, with y'all creative selves, with y'all sensitive selves.
Bossy.
What up, though?
Hey.
So my win, let me see. Oh, okay. My daughter was labeled nonverbal. I say that all the time. I like to say was labeled because the devil is a lie. And here lately on my weekends with her, I like to ask her what she wants to do to give her the chance to have autonomy and to make her own decisions and things of that nature. And so I said, Denim, what do you want to do this weekend? And she said, party. So we had a little tea party, honey, and
Okay.
that is a win because a lot of children on the spectrum don't necessarily know what pretend play is or how to pretend play for that matter.
Mhm.
And so I was pretending like I was pouring the tea in the teacup, and she was pretending like she was drinking it. She was feeding Big Bird and she was feeding Elmo, and that just melted my little heart. So that was my win because don't call my baby out. All right.
Okay.
And it's Autism Awareness Month too.
It
So
is.
yeah, yeah, she
That's a
did
big
that.
one. I love that. Come on, Denim. Out here doing it
Yes.
big. Come on. I love that.
So it was so cute. I was trying to teach her some etiquette.
Yeah.
That didn't go over too well, but she gonna do what she wanna do. All right. So as the choir mentioned, today's topic is called Misery Loves Company. We are getting into people who secretly want your spot. They want your position. How
Mhm.
about they even want your spouse?
Girl, stop.
And or they want your progress. And we're going to get into how jealousy, insecurity, and misery can show up in all of those situations. But it's just one thing that I got to say. You want my spot flash? Well, you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. You ain't got it.
Baby, I can't wait to watch this back because I want to see my face.
Oh, Jesus. You ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. Okay? Dang.
Did you add that in there?
I did add that in there. I did add that in there.
That
Come on,
that. Mm. Okay, you get on my
it's
nerve. Oh my god. But back to time. Oh my god. So we're gonna get straight into it. And let's start off with the phrase misery loves company, baby. Okay. What that really means is that people who are really unhappy with themselves sometimes feel uncomfortable seeing someone else succeed, baby. And why is that?
because your progress reminds them of what they are not doing, what
Okay.
they could be doing, right? And then your growth highlights their stagnation. They see you moving, but they standing still and they can't handle that. They envy that. They're envious of that. And so instead of being inspired by what you're doing, some people try to pull you back down to where they are.
Yeah. And that's when the subtle stuff starts happening. Passive aggressive comments,
Mhm.
backhanded compliments.
You want your little job, you want your little promotion,
Girl,
you want your little business
my little business that you didn't get to, baby. The business that you
that
wish
you
you
didn't start.
had, okay? And
Come on now.
undermining your work. When they want to try to come for your job and want to brush you over or try to play you right in your face, I see you. I
Mhm.
see what you're doing. We
We
see
see
each
you.
other. Okay.
We see each other. How about when they pretend to support you while secretly hoping that you fail? That fake congratulations, that, oh, I'm so proud of you. You ever heard the phrase, people want to see you succeed as long as you ain't doing better than them. So it's okay for you to win, but you can't go further than me. Can't your trophy cannot be bigger than my trophy. Your success cannot be larger than my success. So it's not that they really want you to succeed, because if they did, a win is a win. Just like the little icebreaker we celebrated. A win is a win, a victory is a victory. So it shouldn't matter whose is bigger. Celebrate each other. If you're supposed to be my friend or a coworker or whoever, then that's when you're supposed to celebrate one another. Now, I know we like to get into personal examples and things like that. So have you ever felt somebody that was in close proximity to you secretly was envious of your position or who you was with or just who you are
Yeah,
in general?
I do feel like there's one particular person that I deal with on a daily basis. Just because you do little things and you go run your mouth that's false about things that I'm supposed to be doing. Like if I'm at work all day,
Mhm.
by the time the next shift come in, I've been already seeing multiple people. You know what I'm saying? To still constantly go first. Now I already had a talking to, so I got myself together, because some points was correct.
Mhm.
So I started doing my job the way it needed to be done, even going to the next shift and things like that. But when it's stuff going back to being lied on and things like that, like what are you trying to do? Like this
Mhm.
one particular individual one time when me and my friend, we was walking out because we work together, and I call her my friend 'cause shout out to my girl Tina. We was going out and we both seen her just looking at us, like, looking at me specific, going out the door. Now,
Mhm.
if you ask somebody else to ask the question about trying to do something on your computer, now, aren't you supposed to be paying attention to what's happening on a computer instead of focusing on where we are going,
Mhm.
specifically me? So,
You said pacifically or specifically?
you got jokes.
The S was silent. You know what I'm saying? The S was definitely s
Don't try to come for me because it was cute for what you thought you did. You thought you ate, but you didn't, okay? But you didn't.
I ain't.
You thought.
Okay. Specifically you, she was coming for specifically you, and then what happened? My bad.
You know what? I got a mirror, and I'm just gonna reflect you back onto you, okay, girl? Bounce it right back off.
So what you think she was doing all that for? Watching you and stuff like that. Was she trying to take your position? Was she trying to get you in trouble? What was
I
the
feel like it
purpose?
was more so trying to get me in trouble. There is no specific reason. Again, I don't know what I did to this individual, and again, my personality is big. I'm not gonna say it can be big, but I know it is big. I do have a resting B face all the time, but I'm mad cool. I like to make people laugh. As you can see, we jokey
On
joke.
each other.
Okay.
Mhm.
Even when we first met, it was just we connected instantly. So, and it could just be my personality itself. It could be to some people annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I know I can be annoying, so I can take ownership in that. But that would be the only thing because again, I haven't done nothing to you. Again, what the title is, misery loves company.
Mm.
So if I'm over here having a good time laughing with the new people that's coming in, I can make friends with whoever.
Yeah, I never really understood that. Like, especially in the workplace when somebody is just picking, trying to get you in trouble. Why is my personality affecting you so much? Some people are just, they might be jealous of your personality because me, I'm the type of person, I don't let nothing keep me down. So if I'm at work and I'm having a bad day or whatever, I'm the same no matter what. And that's just me. I'm the same no matter. You're going to get the same version of me whether I'm angry, sad, happy, mad, whatever. I'm not fake. I'm truly transparent. But for some people, they don't like that. And that's okay. Now, let me think. I've actually had people that I've dealt with that I felt was silent haters. And I'm going to say that because I've done so much. I'll just put it like that as far as selling things, services, providing services and you my friend or whatever, but you ain't shared not one of my posts to promote anything or you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like I said, silent haters, because what's a post share? We got how many episodes in and you haven't listened to not one episode? It might not be your cup of tea, that's fine, but dang, at least give us a like.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Something. But and sometimes it takes you a long time to realize who the silent haters are. And that's okay too. But again, I guess that's me expecting me out of people. I'm gonna support. Even if I can't show up, I'm the person that's gonna buy the ticket to the event.
Mhm.
Even if I can't be there, I'm gonna donate something or I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. But you know what? Everybody ain't like that.
You know better, baby. You cannot expect people to do what you would because then that's not fair to you nor them because you put that expectation on them and then you just disappointing yourself even more because you figure that they would do it because you know that you would do it.
Right. Exactly. All right, so let's jump into this next part, which is
When people start coming for your job, okay,
oh, not the job, not the job.
you about to lose your job. You can just dance. I'm just like, I love that. All right. Let's talk about the workplace for a minute because this is where it happens the most. You might be doing your job very well, very, very well. And suddenly someone starts watching your every move.
Yeah, they start copying your work. They start taking credit for the things you did or trying to make you look incompetent. I do have something to say about that, especially being in the decorating field, right? We all get ideas from each other. And I had one person say she don't post her work because she got tired of people copying what she would do. I'm gonna post my stuff because somebody gonna be inspired by me just like I was inspired by somebody else. Everything that's presented in front of us came from something. So I'm not afraid of somebody copying me or taking some of my ideas or anything like that. Put your own little twist on it. If I get an idea from Pinterest or if I get an idea from YouTube, I throw my own little twist on it.
Mhm.
This podcast idea had to come from somewhere. You
It
just
did.
make it your own. And
Right,
what's for you is for you.
right.
So I ain't worried about somebody coming and doing what I'm doing because they ain't gonna do it like me. They can't because they're not me. So that's just my whole mindset behind it. I don't think I ever had anybody come from my actual job though. I've never felt that competition in the workplace where I felt like somebody was picking just to take my position because I'm in the therapist position anyways. It's a burnout position. There ain't too many people. I mean, it's so many
Yeah.
positions available. I mean, literally, I applied for this job on, I'm just going to say a day. It was like a Wednesday at 10 o'clock. By 1 o'clock, I was interviewing for the job. The same day.
Yeah.
The same,
Yeah.
same day. Okay. And was offered the job during the interview. Yeah, where they was asking me, "Well, which team you wanna be on?" So I'm not worried about nobody coming for my job because I know it'll be another one real
Okay.
quick.
Good. That's why this boy right here need to go ahead and get that license so I could be having those, you know what I'm saying, just move around and
Yeah.
try having different options as well because certain things people don't need to be coming for your job for because one, as you stated, especially in the field that we in, it's a very burnout situation. You
Mhm.
gotta come there and deal with not only patients, but coworkers and the nuances about a job, the things that you can and can't do, so you already have people against you, and then you just
Right.
walk in and so, like, to have that extra piece when somebody is trying to just naturally just pick. Also, when it comes to the misery love company and it's not even about the job itself. Half the times it's about the status, it's about power, and it's about recognition.
Yeah. Somebody always want to be seen or want to be known or want to be recognized. I did this. I did that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about being promoted. I do want to raise now.
Okay.
I want to raise with the bare minimum added responsibilities, but I don't want to do all that. But yeah, so when somebody feel threatened by your presence, they may try to create competition that you never even asked for. Why is you trying to compete with me?
Yeah,
Why? Why am I such a threat to you?
to you.
Why is that? Especially again in this field, it's money out here for everybody. Why am I a threat? Because I'm doing the same thing that you're doing.
Exactly. And I
I literally go ahead. I'm
no, go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
I had somebody. I ain't talked to them since I passed my licensure exam. We was both doing the same thing, same career, and I passed my exam, and they haven't talked to me since. I mean, literally. And in my mind, because this is how my mind work. In my mind, I'm okay. I'm gonna create this opportunity. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna bring them in and I'm gonna try to help them pass their thing too. But in the
Mhm.
meantime, here I am trying to think of a position to create for them because I know that they were still trying to get the licensure. But you ain't even hollered at me. I didn't even get a congratulations. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So again, those silent haters, the person that clap for you as long as you ain't doing better for them, that's exactly what that was for me. And sometimes that is hurtful. Not sometimes. It is hurtful because you like, dang. But I'm cheering for you. You know, when I started my social worker business, I brought everybody in. My case management business, I brought everybody in. High pay rate.
Mhm.
I'm because that's how I think.
Mhm.
We all eat.
Mhm.
But everybody
They don't think like
don't
that.
operate like that.
That's the sad part. You would think that too, especially when it comes to black people as well. Sometimes we for our people and sometimes we be against our people like know them all. And it's crazy. We should be lifting each other up instead of trying to tear each other down because we all in here together trying to strive and make a living out here. So when you
Mhm.
have somebody that's trying to compete with you or make competition with you and try to get you in trouble or stop talking to you not knowing that, baby, I'm about to try to get you up in here where we at because if I win, we all win. And that's the
Mhm.
type of mindset that I'm with you on. If I'm here, if you, I'm rooting for you, just I'm out here rooting for you. You may not be
Mhm.
rooting for me, but I'm rooting for you, trying to get you on, because at the end of the day, again, I don't want to see none of my people struggle. But
Especially when we don't have to.
not at all. Again, like you said, this is a big enough field for us to be out here all eating. But
Exactly.
it's sad when you have somebody that's trying to come in and just destroy you while they want you to join them in their misery.
Right, and I can't do that. I don't wanna sit in my own misery,
Okay?
so I'm gonna sit in yours.
Make that make
I'm
sense.
not doing that. So, what about knowing when somebody is secretly competing with you? What are the signs of that? How do you know that?
Well, let's talk about the signs, right? First, they celebrate your mistakes more than your success. Baby,
That's a good one.
has anybody ever came up to you and out of all the success that you made, they want to put out that flaw that you did? Well, you
That
know you
negative
didn't do
thing.
that. You know you could have done that way better. Now, my dude, out of 10 things that went right and helped elevate this place, that one thing
Mhm.
that you seen, that's what you wanna celebrate?
That's just like bringing home that report card with all A's and a B. Well, what you get the B in? Did you not see all the A's? We just gonna
I
bypass
passed the
the A's?
A's. A, B, A.
What's that B in? Well, you couldn't get an A. So you really just disregarded all the A's.
Okay, and it would be a 89.95.
Right. It was borderline. But you want to highlight that. So that's a hater. They celebrate your mistakes more than your successes. And then second, they constantly compare themselves to you. They compare themselves to the work that you're doing, to your achievement, to your opportunities.
Mm,
Remember, we said before, comparison is the thief of all joy. Stop comparing yourself to other people.
yeah.
Because for one, you don't know what that other person did to get to that moment. Everybody want the end result. Everybody want to be the boss. But you don't know the boss get paid last. You don't know how many times the boss don't get paid at all. You don't know how many sleepless nights, how much anxiety comes from that. But you wanna jump to the end result and you wanna be in somebody else's shoes. You wanna be in a marriage. You wanna be in a relationship. You don't know what they was just arguing about before they posted that picture on Facebook.
Where they
You
look
have no
happy,
idea.
where they look
Right.
happy and they
Look
smiling,
happy.
okay?
Right. But you don't know what's going on behind that. You don't know how many times they've prayed or they've been to marriage counseling or whatever. You don't know what's going on. So stop being envious of what somebody else has. Is it natural? Because a lot of people, they might feel like, well, I ain't jealous of nobody. But this is how you know when somebody else got something that you want. It is going to be a little envy there. And it might not be intentional. But when somebody got something that you're aspiring to have or that you want, that relationship or that job or that status, it's a little envy there. But that don't mean you can't celebrate them for having it. All it means is it ain't your time yet. But when it's your time, you gonna shine. That rhyme. I ain't tell you I was a rapper
And
back
with
in the
that
day.
rhyme too, and that rhyme.
Telling you, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when it's your time, you will shine. But in the meantime,
Oh.
in the interim, celebrate. I know that was back to back, back to the back to back. Celebrate those victories for other people. The joy is in the celebration. Y'all know what God pay attention to everything. I'm just gonna say that. So if he can't expect for you to celebrate your neighbor blessing, what he blessing you for? You can't even celebrate your neighbor.
I mean, they can't celebrate because it's not them. You know, it gotta be all
Exactly.
about me, 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 me. Pick me.
Come on,
You want
Maya.
to pick me.
It's all about
Be
me.
we better be
Right.
on there.
You. All right.
Do, 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 do.
So that was two. We got celebrate. They celebrate your mistakes more than your successes. They constantly compare themselves to you. Then what's the next one?
Third, they spread doubt about your abilities. They might say one thing like, "I don't think they are ready for that," or "Let's see how long that lasts." Baby,
That's funny.
I ain't gonna lie. I have said
Let's see how long that lasts.
right, but that be sometimes in perspective. of what somebody had put in place, and I'm gonna say, "Well, okay, girl, we're gonna see how long that lasts."
Mhm.
Yeah, I give it about 3 weeks.
Yeah, but you keep that to yourself and you might feel like that. People probably feel like that about me because I'm always doing something. I always got something going on. But
Mhm,
guess what? I don't care.
mm,
Cause this is what I do know about Darnisha. My ADHD might be all over the place at times, but guess what? If I say I'm gonna do something, it get done. And I do it until I don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Do it until I don't want to do it
no,
anymore.
uh,
But I get it done.
and that's all that matters. I get it done, and I said I did it, and I said when I said what I said, I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do. Oh,
Mhm. What you said. All the saids and all the do's. That's what gets done. Shoot. I listen, if I say I'm gonna build a sock house, I'm going to build a sock house.
how
And
would
it's
you
gonna be the
build that?
best sock house. I'm just saying, that's the only example I could come up with. That's the best I can do in the moment,
Okay,
accept me, flaws and all.
okay, I just wanted to know how you was going to do it. I was like, "Ooh, I wanna know. I'm
A
interested."
sock house, that don't even make sense,
A
do
sock
it? But it
house.
made sense when I was saying it in my head.
Yeah, and yeah,
Anywho.
it shoulda just stayed in your head.
See, silent hate. No, he ain't even a silent hater. He
No,
hates out
baby,
loud.
I'll let you know up front, baby. Let me know how you get that done, because then I'm gonna try to do it.
I don't even know how you hating outside of the club. You can't even get in.
Baby, I wanna go in that sock club anyway. That thing fall down.
Anyways, sometimes though, the biggest sign is they study you
Ugh,
more than they support you.
say that again.
They study you more than they support you. And I'm gonna say this: don't study me for too long, cause you will never pass that test. Never. I'm
Never?
constantly switching it up. You know the test when they got the A exam, then they got the B test, and they got the C test. It's
Mhm,
the same material, but the questions are ordered differently. So you can't copy A because I might just be doing B test next. Or
mhm.
I might just be doing so you can study me all you want to, but you will never be able to figure me out, baby. So don't study me too long.
Let them know, girl, they can't study.
Mm-mm, not at all.
Come on, baby,
But
you better
yes,
know.
people will study you more than they will support you. And you have to be able to decipher who's doing what.
Mhm, and that is true because I just hate the silent hater that wanna study you so bad, that wanna be you so bad, girl. Why they wanna be us?
Or they hold on, they follow you on social media, but they don't interact with none of your
Be
posts
they make a fake page
just to
just
watch.
to watch.
You don't like me, but you still want to see what I got going on. Why? You don't
Exactly.
like me though.
You know how many exes that told me? But yeah, you know, I made another page just to be on.
Dang, stalker. That I wouldn't even admit that to nobody.
I mean, look at the material, baby.
I mean, come on now. You better Strage girl. Strage girl.
Look at the material, girl, baby, with the beard or goatee or not, girl. It's still full of girl.
You know what I'm saying? All right. We be all over the place. We know.
Uh,
We gonna teach y'all how to protect yourself in moments like this, right?
mhm.
So the first thing you gotta do is
So what you gotta do when somebody is coming for your job and trying to compete with you, first, stay focused on your work. Don't ever let them
mhm,
see you sweat. Go ahead and get it completed like you know you're gonna get it completed. And don't let their behavior distract you from your goals. Because no
right,
matter what they try to do, they try to discourage you, they try to pick out all your flaws or even do whatever. Keep the eyes on the prize and know that your end game is not wherever you want where you're at right now. Don't be distracted by somebody that hates.
right. And then learn how to set boundaries too. You don't have to share every idea or plan with people around you.
Mhm,
Some stuff keep to yourself. Not some most stuff.
mhm.
Most stuff keep to yourself because people will talk you out of your dreams.
Oh,
Or they'll go and tell your dream to somebody else, or they'll go and try to do it better than you.
mhm.
So you
Or
set boundaries with that. You don't have to share everything with everybody.
or baby, or they'll try to pray against what you got, what you try to get going on. Because
I
baby,
don't understand that. That's crazy work.
that is crazy work, but there is some crazy people that's a hater and they don't care about nothing, you know? And the third thing is this, to remember this. You heard that? That third thing is this, to remember this.
That's the same word. You don't get credit for rhyming the same word. There's no creativity in that.
Baby, you could have let me win that one.
Like, if you would have said pear, like, if it was 2 different meanings, if you would have been like, "Yeah, I ate me a pear and I had 2 pear." You know, that's a little different because it's 2 different words. But you said, "The 3rd thing is this, and then remember this." No, you don't get no credit for that. No,
Baby, we
fail.
gotta hate it anyway. So always
0%.
remember so oh, she get on my nerve. And third, remember this. Someone's trying to
Get it out. Oh, Soo Young.
what?
Soo Young from Rush Hour. I don't know why Soo Young just popped up in my head. You know how we be having these intrusive thoughts and they just be taking over? It
Okay.
is Autism Awareness Month,
Yes, baby,
just
I
so y'all
know.
know.
Baby is in overdrive right
My ADHD
now.
is showing, baby.
Mine is too. Shut up. And third, remember this. Someone's trying to take your place. Someone's trying to take your place. Say it says more about their insecurities than your ability. And baby, that is the truth. Your abilities will always shine. And they're just people always they're always insecure and they are always the biggest hater. And it's why they always pick out your biggest flaw or the flaw that you have
Mhm.
because of
Yeah.
their insecurity, knowing that, well, sometimes they could be probably in their mindset like, well, I could have been doing this. I do this, that, and that. So why they get acknowledged for something that we do on a day to day basis? Well, maybe
Mhm.
it's because how they did it and how effective it was, or the techniques that they did. Who knows?
Yeah, and that could be true. Like, somebody could be more talented than you. Somebody could have been at the job longer than you were. Somebody could be in a better situation. Let's just say relationships, because I ain't gonna lie, I've seen situations like before I had got married, dang, this person done had 2, 3 husbands. I ain't even got one. You do be thinking like that. What's wrong with me? Like, how come this person able to whatever, whatever? And you be looking too. And then sometimes, now Daquan, now you know this true. You look up and be like, now how he get a husband and I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Because when them conjoined twins, when they came out married, me and my best friend Stephanie, we text each other like, "Bleh. Now I know. Now you know. Now I know. Now you know." Cause you be thinking, you be like, the conjoined twin got married before me.
Now let's think about it. Let's think about it now.
I'm thinking now. I still feel how I feel.
You still feel even after the marriage you went through?
So, okay.
I'm just asking because did you not want to take that back after you
I'm just saying, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. You do be I'm just being real though. Y'all know the audience, y'all know y'all didn't see somebody in a situation. You was like, now how they do that? Now how you get that promotion? How you do that? I'm wondering. Things that make you go,
Hmm,
hmm.
we are so on point.
I mean, we were just being honest. Alright, so
Uh,
just to give a recap, we talked about why misery loves company. Why do it? Why do misery love company? People love to bring you down to the level that they are on. They could be envious. They could want what you have, whether that's your job, whether that's your financial status, whether that's your spouse, whether whatever it is. It might be a personality that they're envious of. But you do not have to allow them to bring you down to their level. Then we talked about what you can do when people start to come for you, especially at work, when they start copying your work and taking credit for the things that you did. And then when they start trying to compete with you and feel threatened by your presence, you don't even have to acknowledge that.
Mhm.
Because again, what's for you was for you. And if you're doing what you're supposed to do at work, you ain't got to worry about nobody trying to come and take your spot.
And that's fact. As speaking as competing with you, we also talked about signs when somebody is actually competing with you. First, they celebrate your mistakes. Second, they constantly compare themselves to you. And third, they spread doubt about your abilities. When individuals want to pick out your flaws and not celebrate the wins for you, that also highlights that they are trying to compete with you, and that also highlights their insecurity. And then we
Hmm.
also talked about how to protect yourself, right? First, you got to stay focused on your work. No matter what they try to do to come and distract you, try to talk bad about you, or even copying and envying you, or just pick out your biggest flaws. Second, you have to set those boundaries. That goes for just in general in life, either at work, at home, with friends. Setting boundaries is the best thing that's going to protect you and keep your peace and help you stay focused. And third, always remember this, right? Someone that's trying to take your place says more about their insecurities than your abilities. Your abilities
Mhm.
will outshine their insecurities, and you will see their insecurities a mile away.
Mhm. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. And as always, we got the Q&A segment coming up. And let's go. It's time for the Q&A. 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 All right, Daquan, what is today's Q&A question?
All right, so today's question comes from Takia from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hey,
What up?
Kiki.
What up, Michigan?
Hey,
What you call her?
Kiki.
Kiki.
That's acceptable. That's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Kiki. Hey, Kiki. That's a new one. We ain't never called her that.
It's because of
That's a new
Kia.
one. Takia, Kiki. Okay.
Mhm. You see what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Kiki, do you love me? Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh.
She wants to know, why isn't marriage a goal for today's society? Wow. 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 That's a big one. You wanna go first? As you know, you being an expert and all about being married.
Ain't nobody no expert. Okay. So prior to getting married,
Mm,
I felt like I was missing out on something because I was getting older. I was becoming of age. I was 35. And at a certain age, as a woman, you feel like I'm supposed to be married at this age, and this is what my life is supposed to look like. So, and I, in that moment, I felt like I was ready to be a wife. I was ready to be domesticated. I was ready to do all these things. And then once I got into it, "Uh, oh, I got to compromise. I got to do things when I don't feel like doing it. I got to talk when I don't feel like talking." I mean, it was a lot, right? And so, you just don't be ready. You don't be ready for all that. And now, marriage is a beautiful thing. I'm not gonna lie about that because I love the partnership behind it. I love the fact when I wasn't available to go to my son's band recitals, I would just be like, "Babe, I need you to," and it wasn't no back and forth exchange. It was okay. We just filled in when the other person couldn't. And that's what I loved about it. I love the partnership. I love the fellowshipping with my husband. I loved all those things. I love making sure his work uniforms was ready for the week. I loved making sure the house was like, I feel like when I'm in a relationship, I'm way more domesticated. But nowadays, I'll put it to you like this. If we go back to the older days where the man was the provider and he went out and he did all the work and then the wife stayed home, took care of the kids, took care of the house and all that, that was cool. Nowadays, both people working, right? I gotta work just as hard as you, or we both working full-time jobs, and I still gotta come home. I still gotta cook. I still gotta clean. I still gotta take care of the kids, and I still gotta have sex with you. That don't sound like an even exchange. That don't sound fun. So I'm just speaking for myself. Feel like I can do this by myself and not have to worry about the extracurricular stuff behind it. Because men have man cycles
we
too.
do. We have
I
myriads. We
know
have
y'all have
myriads.
myriads. Y'all have myriads. And it's continuously stroking somebody's ego. I'm a therapist. I
Got
be
a
on
big
E.
ego.
Yeah, I don't why do I have to constantly stroke your ego to make you feel big and bad? And then when you dealing with somebody that is a go-getter, hence me, if you ain't got it in you, you ain't got it in you. And I can't force that on you and I can't make you have the drive that I have, but I'm not going to water myself down because you don't have the drive that I have. Now, this is the thing. I've never had a man come into my life and say, "Hey, Darnisha, you know what? I got it. Don't even worry about it. Your money is your money. I'll take care of this. I'll take care of that." Because then I might sit my ass down. But until that happens, I'm going to do what I got to do. So it's easier to just not be married. I don't mind if I get married again. I wouldn't even mind living in two different houses
I've
because
heard that a lot.
I I be needing my space, I be needing my time, and it's just certain things I don't wanna deal with. But marriage, just to all right, so to put it in layman's terms, marriage doesn't have that pretty bow wrapped around it. The pros don't outweigh the cons to me. That's just my opinion.
Mm.
I'm not saying I'm opposed to it, and maybe I just haven't met the proper individual to give me a different perspective, but seeing everything that I see with marriages, it just don't look that appealing to me.
Well, that was said. Very, very nice. I like that. Okay. So I've been married before, as we have discussed many times before. And I do love the partnership. I miss the partnership. Having your significant other to come home to split up the bills, going out on dates and doing the thing. But I don't know. It also comes like I'm with you. I need my space too. I do like to be underneath my people who I'm with, dealing with. But then I also like my space because after a while, I'm gonna be like, all right, I need to go. But when it comes with and this is just speaking for me. When it comes to what you constantly going home, y'all arguing about little things. It gets annoying, and then I'm working at a call center, so I'm dealing with people on the phone, their attitude. So when I get off, I don't really want to know. I don't wanna have to talk, I don't wanna have to do anything, and so it does get repetitive. I tell people all the time now, I did the American dream, married, we was in a we was building at one point, we was building a townhouse at one point, so I was like, "Oh," we was about to have a white picket fence and all that, thank God it didn't go through, so I thank
Mhm.
God that that happened because baby, I don't know what in legal litigations we would have to go through for that house or whatever, whatever. But, you know, sometimes you don't have to worry about dealing with stress when you don't wanna get married no more. Because marriage is also yes, it can be a loving thing, but it also it takes work. These people is
It
not
does.
out here married for 40 or 30, 40, 20 on up years for nothing because they put in the work. There's a lot of work
Mhm.
into it. And I think today's society, we want everything instant and we don't want to sit
Mhm.
there and work for it. We don't want to have to compromise. We don't want to have to do all those things because sometimes we don't want to submit.
Mhm.
And so if you get married, that means somebody's gonna have to submit. Even if you're a hardworking woman, man, or whatever, when it comes to being in a relationship, y'all gonna have to compromise in with the other person because not everything is gonna be 100%. And again, when people don't wanna put in the work, they don't wanna put in the sacrifice. If something goes wrong, they easily throw up their hands like, "Well, I'm good because I see a red flag." But if you go to therapy and you can try to get some tools or try to work out some situations in a relationship, that's put in work. If both parties are willing to put in work and to compromise and to work on accepting each other, apologizing to each other, and learning how to forgive each other. The person has to put in the work to earn the forgiveness, but the other person also has to put in the work to accept that the person is trying their best to try to work on it. And there's gonna be times where y'all gonna wanna throw some both, but
Mhm.
y'all gonna have to learn how to openly, effectively communicate. A lot of us don't know how to communicate effectively, and some of us don't know how to create a safe space for that individual to be able to communicate effectively. You can agree to disagree. But again, all that's taken in work. And again, in today's society, we want everything instant.
Yeah. And one of the things I heard you say is, and we've mentioned this before about people just want this instant gratification. And then as soon as something does not work, they're willing to walk away. And I think also with social media and with online dating, that makes relationships and the goal of marriage 10 times worse because if I meet this person and they trigger me or I see a red flag, up, I'm done with you instantaneously. Now I'm on to the next person. And it's like, why do I gotta sit here and put up with your stuff when I know within a matter of an hour I can have somebody else of interest in my inbox that I can link up with? And I think that has thrown a huge monkey wrench into the dating pool and the desire for marriage, but again, people have been married for multiple years, and that is a beautiful thing. Marriage is a beautiful thing. And for some people, that is the ultimate goal. Some people still they want to be married,
Mhm.
and we applaud you for that. And then you have some people that prefer to be single, and that's okay too, whatever your preference is. But if you decide to go the marriage route, just know it's going to take some effort, and you can't always quit at the sign of discord. I do highly recommend premarital counseling.
Yeah.
That's something that I didn't do.
Yeah, me too.
And during premarital counseling, that's when y'all have those difficult conversations about finances, about children. How are we going to raise the kids? About where we going to live at? All of that. Like you get a credit, all of that spending habits. Because sometimes you get into a relationship with somebody and you like, oh dang, y'all about to get evicted and you didn't gave them your portion of the rent money and they didn't spend it and you ain't even know. So these are tough conversations that need to be had before jumping into a relationship. But thank you, Takia, for that question. That was a good question.
Was. That had me go into my noggin.
That noggin shining though. It is a shining.
Baby.
But we gonna get into our affirmation and action of the day. Daquan, what is our affirmation of the day?
All right. Today's affirmation is my success does not threaten others, and others' insecurities does not define my worth.
Mm. My success does not threaten others, and others' insecurities does not define my worth. That's good.
Because, baby, just because you're insecure doesn't mean that you define my worth.
Mm-mm. What's the
Yeah.
action of the day?
Yeah. Today's action. Today's action of today. Protect your energy.
Energy vampires, get away. We rebuke you. We don't need no energy vampires.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna eat some garlic.
So we was all over the place today.
We-
I think we probably was just all over the place today. But hey, this is us. This is us.
It got no sense at all.
Take us or leave us. Take us or leave. You have a choice.
And do. Oh, also on a side note, people, pay attention to who generally supports you and who only shows up when things aren't going well.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all.
Bye. And that's a wrap for this round of Trigger Happy Hour, where we take shots of the truth with no chaser. Just raw conversations where the shots are sharp and it takes a sharper, and nothing gets off the table. If you like what you heard, hit that follow button, leave a review, and tell someone who can handle the heat. Pull up a bar stool next week for more real talk. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Until then, stay bold, stay loud, and don't water it down. Cheers.